What's going on, fight fans? In today's update, Khabib is firmly opposed to and actively preventing a direct title shot for Ilia Topuria against Islam Makhachev. That's the current buzz. Instead, we could end up with Islam facing Justin Gaethje during International Fight Week, while Topuria might square off with a prominent name like Dustin Poirier. In the meantime, Islam Makhachev has kicked off his training for the upcoming bout, but is holding out to see who wins the welterweight championship fight between Belal Muhammad and Jack Della Maddalena. Also, Sean O'Malley is playing some serious psychological games with Merab Dvalishvili. No trash talking, just respectful remarks. But is it all a tactic? Merab seems to thrive when he's fired up, and Sean may be aiming to cut that fuel source. Oh, and let's not forget, exactly 7 years ago today, Khabib slapped Artem Lobov for calling him a coward, sparking the most iconic rivalry in UFC history. And of course, Dana White just got scorched by Oscar De La Hoya. Don't forget to like and subscribe, so big thanks in advance. Sean O'Malley is changing the narrative. Instead of throwing shade, he's showing Merab kindness. And it might be brilliant. On his Sugar Show podcast, O'Malley stunned Merab by calling him a real one, and even thanked him for making him a stronger athlete. He even said that the loss to Merab helped him evolve in a meaningful way.
Merab's a nice guy. He really is. I'll forever be grateful for Merab in that sense that he beat me, made me become a better, not just fighter, better person, better human.
But true to form, Merab replied, "Cut it out. Get back to trash talk. I need to be mad at you." Here's the plot twist. This might not just be O'Malley being kind. It could be a strategy. Everyone knows Merab fights at his best when emotions run high. Just look at the Umar Nurmagomedov fight. Merab stirred up some fake disrespect just to get himself pumped.
I will show you what I'm gonna do. I will show you. Come here. Come here. This belt, the money, fuck everything else, okay? I don't give a shit about belt. You lost respect.
Fuck the money, fuck the belt. I want fight respect.
Same story when he fought Petr Yan. Merab turned it into a national rivalry, Georgia versus Russia.
He's from Russia, I'm from Georgia, and I wanna win for my people.
So maybe Sean's compliments are his way of shutting down Merab's emotional engine. No trash talk, just good vibes, and that could be genius. If Merab can't get angry, can he still compete at his peak? Even Merab has said that taking early damage actually works to his benefit. But if O'Malley won't play that game, what then? What if Sugar stays composed, smiling, and precise, giving Merab nothing to feed off? No drama, just clean, just calculated striking. That might be the true mental game here. And if it works, Sean may have outwitted Merab before the bell even rings. So Merab needs to take control of the crowd, because that's where his style thrives. Even coach Javier Mendez mentioned recently that he believes Umar actually beat Merab at UFC 311. According to Mendez, the judges may have been swayed by Merab's fifth-round theatrics, celebrating early and acting like he already had it in the bag.
So when I come back and I see him, he comes in, I go into the room and I see his hand, and you look at his hand here, and this finger's all the way down here, broken, and I'm like, my eyes just got really wide, like, whoa.
Oh my God.
What the heck, and he was, I just said to him, I said what I felt. I said, you know what, Umar? I felt, in my opinion, I felt you won 3 out of the 5 rounds, and maybe I'm being biased, but I felt in the 5th round, the reason why you didn't win is because he showboated his way to winning that. Like, yes. He acted like the victor where you were tired, and that's why I feel he basically took it from you because you led him, but I felt you won, because when you're looking on damage and this and that, but when it comes to presence, he definitely got that. He got that. So, but the actual damage that he did was nothing compared to what Umar did. He did more, but again, he did show that I'm the winner, and Umar couldn't stop him, from showing that, so, I can see how the judges would get swayed on that,
Now, Aljamain Sterling is raising red flags, warning that O'Malley's lifestyle changes could backfire. The Funk Master says cutting weed, quitting social media, and ditching his meds might throw off O'Malley's rhythm. Those so-called vices were part of his success formula.
I feel like a lot of things I've made change-wise in my life are going to attribute to my performance. Decided 2025, I'm done with social media. Haven't Jade the Peen once this year.
So which part did it say, like, yeah, and I added in wrestling training sessions? I mean, of course, maybe he is. It's just funny that, like, everyone makes such a big thing. Oh, he's changing his life. He's giving up the Mary Jane. I'm like, those are things that technically made you who you are and a champion. So, like, for someone to tell me, go cold turkey, no more drinking, blah, 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 no edibles, nothing, I'm gonna look at him like, yo, bro, this is what got me here. Why would I stop? Carlos Prates, you shouldn't be smoking ciggies. These guys smoking Lucy's the day of the fight, and not even like one. The man's damn near going through a whole pack, putting guys in the ground. You feel me? So it's like, I'm sitting here like, nah, it's got to be some type of method to the madness about the mental mind frame that you have to be in when you're going into the fight. And I think that's the most important thing. Like, are you comfortable? Are you happy? And if you're losing after that, then maybe you change some things up, what's going to make you feel more at peace.
As for the lightweight division, it's red hot. Some fans argue Ilia Topuria should get a title shot right now. Others believe he should earn his opportunity like everyone else. The heat escalated when Topuria revealed the UFC promised him a direct title shot, but Henry Cejudo just stirred the pot, claiming Khabib is actually behind the holdup. Ilia said if he gave up his previous fight, he'd get a title shot.
I mean, Ilia made just a bold statement recently. He said the UFC promised him if he relinquished his fight that he would get the title shot. I remember talking to Khabib, and Khabib said this. He's like, it's not fair for Ilia to skip the line and go after the title shot with Islam, because that's all Islam's been doing. He gave Volkanovski a couple times that he has gone up. So I don't even think it's going to be Islam's choice. I think Khabib's going to step in and be like, he needs to fight the number one contender. And he said, if Ilia does beat the number one contender, then sure, we'll do that. So I personally think that Islam will fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. I think the person that's going to more likely play bad cop is going to be Khabib Nurmagomedov. He's going to say, he's going to say no. So for that reason, I am guessing it's going to be Justin Gaethje versus Islam Makhachev, International Fight Week.
Yeah.
Bust it!
I think the UFC is trying to make that fight. And I do believe Ilia Topuria saying that, yeah, they promised him that title shot. That's why he vacated the belt.
You have to understand, dude, that Khabib is playing his dad's role now. It's a role of respect and honor. They have that same level of respect for Khabib because now he is playing that role of what his father has done to everybody else. It doesn't even fall on Islam. It falls on Khabib Nurmagomedov. Islam just pretty much says what Khabib is going to do. And it's not like he's his commander-in-chief, but he's his brother. They represent something that's just different. When you guys truly understand these dudes and understand their culture, how they take faith, competition all to an extreme, there's levels of layers of respect. As crazy as it sounds, it's not going to be up to Islam Makhachev. It's going to be up to Khabib Nurmagomedov. He said it on tape, bro, for pound when I interviewed him in Las Vegas. Khabib said, we will not challenge him unless he goes to the number one contender. He's like, yes, and then you deserve.
Meanwhile, Islam is waiting to see what happens in the Bilal versus Jack Della Maddalena title fight. If Jack wins, Islam might move up to chase champ status.
You want to cement your legacy by becoming a double champ.
Honestly, Bilal killed my plan, you know?
Yeah.
We become like close friend, we have same manager, we can talk, you know? I want to be double champ. And I just will waiting for my chance.
I would never fight Islam because that's different for me and him.
I know it is, right?
We've trained together,
right.
And, you know, when you're sweating with somebody and you're bleeding with somebody and you train with somebody like that, it's just a different relationship. So like I would never want to do that.
Islam and Bilal have trained together, so the respect runs deep. Oh, and let's wrap up with Dana White and boxing.
Everyone has been asking me for my opinion and thoughts on Dana White attempting to enter the boxing space. Again! And after collecting as much information as possible, I'm finally ready to answer. Okay, here's the truth. Bruh. You can't run a boxing organization when you don't have any fighters. Bruh. And right now, TKO and Dana have 0 fighters.
What?
This means they're likely in it for the long haul and are trying to build something years from now when fighters' contracts come up with current promoters. Bruh. And they will try to start attempting to sign them.
Come on now, dawg.
What else do we know? TKO's supposed fighter pay / salaries were leaked a few weeks ago. And if these are real, holy shit!
Come on, man.
Dana's gonna have several problems. Number 1, no fighter is going to fight for these pennies. the majority of their prospects will fight 1 or 2 times a year and be forced to survive on minimum pay. You're wrong! And keep in mind, they will be fighting tough fights. Dana said, the best must fight the best. So their careers will be short. Number 2, no pay-per-view fighter will fight for $750,000. You're telling me the Canelos and the Ryans of this world are going to agree to this kind of pay cut?
We might not like it.
No! And most importantly, number 3, if these numbers are real, the UFC fighters will be so pissed the TKO boxers will be getting paid so much more than they are. UFC fighters are already disgusted with how little they get paid for putting their lives on the line. If you recall, Dana already tried several times to get into the boxing space in the past. Remember Zuffa, which never even got off the ground?
The reason you've never seen me do anything is because
when Dana doesn't have the funding and the business brains already in place, like the Fertitas or Turkey, he always fails. How about the Ultimate Surfer?
No!
Or the Power Slap?
it didn't do well when you stopped.
As for Dana's character, it speaks for itself. I don't even have to say anything about a guy who publicly slapped his own wife and whose own mother wrote a book about what a terrible person her son is. And it's available on Amazon if you want to read it yourself. Now, for the big question, will I work with Dana in the future if he's in the boxing space? Sure, because 80% of the folks I deal with in boxing are scumbags anyway. Until then, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I will continue making the best fights on the zone. So remember, folks, you're never a hater when you only speak the facts.
If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe. We truly appreciate the support.